Hi, welcome to Mountain Ridge Homestead. My name is Colleen. Welcome to my kitchen. It'll only look like this for a few more weeks, hopefully. We're going to be doing some major renovations, and I'm trying to get a few canning projects done before that happens. So yesterday I made a meat spaghetti sauce or pasta sauce, and I'll just show you a few ingredients that I made. And then I'm going to start pressure canning it today. I didn't do it all in one day. I had enough by then, and that's how I work. Some days I do one thing and it continues into another day. So I used our home canned diced tomatoes, a few jars of that. I used home canned tomato sauce, several jars of that. Pretty much all the jars here you see is jars that I used, so I'm just going to fill them up with the pasta sauce. I used our locally purchased cow that we just had processed, so we have our ground beef. I used about 5 pounds of that. I made a really big batch. This is just one pot of 2. And from our garden, I froze and chopped all the green peppers or banana peppers, whatever I have on hand I use, and onions. I no longer have fresh onions in the house to use, so we're still using frozen, and obviously the peppers don't keep, so we've been using those. And other than spices, and we did purchase one thing for the sauce, we like mushrooms in our sauce, so we did purchase those. Anything else that went into it, we did have our homegrown oregano, basil, parsley, salt, pepper, our homegrown garlic went into it. And other than that, I'm going to get started. I'll set up for canning and we'll get going. Okay, we're all set to go. So all the jars that I pretty much emptied yesterday from the tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, I'm going to fill back up with the meat sauce. So I'll do a few with you because I'm going to be filling quite a few jars. So my sauce is just warm. It's not hot. It's just lukewarm. My jars are warm out of the dishwasher. They're clean. They're warm. They're not hot. Everything's going to be warm. I have warm water in my canner. And I'm going to leave a very generous 1-inch headspace. As a matter of fact, that's to me too much. When I do meats or something that's going to be processed a long time, I like it to be a generous headspace. I'm going to debubble, get all the air bubbles out. That should do it. Put on a clean washed lid after I don't always use vinegar to clean my lids, the rims, but I find when anything there's meat or grease involved, I just put a bin of vinegar or extra insurance, put my new lid, and I've been using the new 4-jar canning lids that everyone's raving about, and so far I haven't had the best of luck. That was fingertip tight. Move on to the next. I've had quite a few failed seals, so I don't know if anyone else has had the same situation as I have. You could let me know. But so far I haven't had the best of luck. I don't know if I just got a bad batch, but anyway, there's my generous 1-inch headspace. I'm going to debubble, swirl it around, and see I did spill there, so I want to make sure I get anything on the rim. Take my clean lid, put on a band, Make sure it's fingertip tight. And we'll do one more. I always have an extra jar here. I'm already messy enough. I try and contain the mess. And I always have to wear an apron, especially when I'm working with tomato projects. I've stained so many clothes. Can any of you relate to that? Debubble. Wipe my rim really well. New lid. All right, so I'm going to fill up a few more jars. I'm going to get these into the canner and I'll show you the next step. Okay, I put 2 for 6 quarts here. I have enough to do another 6. I could have fit 7, but since I have another 6 to do, no point in overcrowding it or whatever. I'll balance it out. So I'm going to put the lid on, and when I get my steady stream of steam, that's hard to say, I'll bring you back and show you that. Well, it's really hard to tell, but there is a steady stream of steam. I can barely put my hand there. So I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes, and then we'll put the weight on and process these for 90 minutes. Okay, my timer just went off, so I'm putting my weight on at 10 pounds of pressure. And as soon as that starts jiggling, which shouldn't take long, I'm going to set my timer for 90 minutes. Now I just need it to jiggle about 1 to 3 times a minute. So I let the canner cool down for well over an hour. I let it cool down, take the weight off, let it cool down, lift the lid, let it sit for a bit. I have 2 jars left to take out. Everything looks good. No seepage, and so far the 4 jar lids seem to have worked. Keep my fingers crossed. I have another batch to put in the canner, and that should be it for today. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining me in the kitchen the very first time. I hope to see you here again. Have a good day. Thanks.